Hello students. Welcome to Knowledge Spectra Entry Test Series. You are watching part 26. Links of all other parts are available in description, must watch for sure success. Also like the video and subscribe the channel. 1. Nucleic acids were first demonstrated in A. Pus cells, B. Sperm heads, C. 1872, D. All of the above. Correct answer is A. Pus cells. 2. Nucleic acids direct the synthesis of A. Glucose, B. Triglycerides, C. Proteins, D. All. Correct answer is C. Proteins. 3. The mechanism by which the genetic information can be duplicated is called A. Duplication, B. Transcription, C. Replication, D. Mutation. Correct answer is C. Replication. 4. The nitrogenous base different in RNA as compared to DNA is A. Cytosine, B. Thymine, C. Adenine, D. Guanine. Correct answer is B. Thymine. 5. Which one of the following nitrogenous bases is not present in RNA? A. Cytosine, B. Adenine, C. Thymine, D. uracil. Correct answer is C. Thymine. 6. Polyester resins especially used in A. Floor covering, B. Emulsion, C. Clothing, D. Paints. Correct answer is C. Clothing. 7. Polymers described B as large molecules built up from small repeating units called A. Biopolymers, B. Dimers, C. Monomers, D. Metamers. Correct answer is C. Monomers. 8. A polymer in which three different monomers combine called A. Copolymer, B. Terpolymer, C. Homopolymer, D. Biopolymer. Correct answer is B. Terpolymer. 9. The important monomers of acrylic resins is A. Vinyl chloride, B. Styrene, C. Methyl methacrylate, D. Hexamethylene-diamine. Correct answer is C. Methyl methacrylate. 10. Polyester resins are the product of the reaction of A. Dihydric alcohol and dicarboxylic aromatic acids, B. Polyamines with aliphatic dicarboxylic acids, C. Styrene in the presence of catalyst, D. Epichlorohydrin with diphenolpropane. Correct answer is A. Dihydric alcohol and dicarboxylic aromatic acids. 11. Industrial materials and thermal power stations are coated with A. Polyester resins, B. Epoxy paints, C. Polyamide resins, D. Polyvinyl chloride. Correct answer is B. Epoxy paints. 12. Nylon is obtained by heating A. Acrylic acid, B. Epichlorohydrin, C. Vinyl chloride, D. Adipic acid with hexamethylene-diamine. Correct answer is sad face, D. Adipic acid with hexamethylene-diamine. 13. The process of polymerization was classified by A. Strecker, B. Sabatier, C. Runge, D. W. H. Carruthers. Correct answer is A. Strecker. 14. Which of these polymers is a synthetic polymer? A. Animal fat, B. Starch, C. Protein, D. Polyester. Correct answer is D. Polyester. 15. From the following which is heterocyclic saturated compound? A. Epichlorohydrin, B. Diphenolpropane, C. Benzene, D. Toluene. Correct answer is A. Epichlorohydrin. 16. The monomer of acrylic fiber is A. Vinyl bromide, B. Vinyl cyanide, C. Chloroprene, D. Neoprene. Correct answer is B. Vinyl cyanide. 17. To which class given below is related to PVC pipes and plastic toys? A. Thermosetting polymers, B. Thermoplastic polymers, C. Copolymer, D. Terpolymer. Correct answer is B. Thermoplastic polymers. 18. Which polymer is used in making water tanks? A. Polyvinyl chloride, B. Polyester resin, C. Polyvinyl acetate, D. Acrylic resins. Correct answer is B. Polyester resin. 19. Carbohydrates are polyhydroxy compounds of A. Glucose, B. Glyceraldehydes, C. Oligosaccharides, D. Aldehydes and ketones. Correct answer is D. Aldehydes and ketones. 20. Common example of carbohydrates are A. Cellulose, glycogen and galactose, B. Glyceraldehydes, glucose and peptone, C. Glycerol, phospholipids and collagen, D. Legumin, amylopectin and albumin. Correct answer is A. Cellulose, glycogen and galactose. 21. Hydrolysis of an oligosaccharide in the presence. A. 1 monosaccharide unit. B. No monosaccharide unit. C. 2 to 9 monosaccharide unit. D. Many monosaccharide. Correct answer is C. 2 to 9 monosaccharide unit. 22. Cellulose and starch are related with A. Only monosaccharides. B. Only polysaccharides. C. Disaccharides. D. Oligosaccharides. Correct answer is B. Cellulose. 23. Which is the most important source of carbohydrates in human diet? A. Sucrose. B. Cellulose. C. Glucose. D. Starch. Correct answer is B. Cellulose. 24. Which carbohydrate is an essential constituent of plant cells? A. Maltose. B. Sucrose. C. Cellulose. D. Starch. Correct answer is C. Cellulose. 25. Starch is used to A. Improve the writing quality of paper. B. Manufacturing of glucose. C. Manufacturing of ethyl alcohol. D. All of these. Correct answer is A. Improve the writing quality of paper. 26. All proteins yield upon complete hydrolysis. A. Nitrogen. B. Amino acids. C. Carbon and hydrogen. D. Sulfur. Correct answer is B. Amino acids. 27. Protein attached to some non-protein group is called A. Derived protein. B. Sample protein. C. Proteoses. D. Conjugated protein. Correct answer is D. Conjugated protein. 28. To which class of compounds cholesterol belong? A. Carbohydrates. B. Fats. C. Lipids. D. Vitamins. Correct answer is C. Lipids. 29. Regular coiling or zigzagging of polypeptide through hydrogen bonding is its A. Quaternary structure. B. Secondary structure. C. Tertiary structure. D. Primary structure. Correct answer is B. Secondary structure. 30. What common name can be given to lipids, proteins, carbohydrates and nucleic? A. Organic polymers. B. Inorganic polymers. C. Biopolymers. D. Synthetic polymers. Correct answer is C. Biopolymers. 31. Which one of the following polymers has peptide linkage in it? A. Pterylene. B. Nylon 6,6. C. Protein. D. Urea. Correct answer is D. Urea. 32. Which factor can denature of protein? A. pH change. B. Increase of temperature. C. Oxidizing condition. D. Dissolving in H2O. Correct answer is D. Dissolving in H2O. 33. Which of the following elements is not present in all proteins? A. Carbon. B. Hydrogen. C. Sulfur. D. Nitrogen. Correct answer is C. Sulfur. 34. Ergosterol is A. Ergocalciferol. B. Vitamin D2. C. Sterol. D. All of the above. Correct answer is D. All of the above. 35. Lipids are soluble in A. Organic solvents. B. Organic and inorganic solvents. C. Inorganic solvents. D. Solubility has nothing to do with lipids. Correct answer is A. Organic solvents. 36. Animal fats are located particularly in A. Skeleton tissues. B. Cardiac tissues. C. Connective tissues. D. Adipose tissues. Correct answer is D. Adipose tissues. 37. Animal and vegetable fats are A. Glycerols. B. Fatty acids. C. Triesters formed from glycerol and fatty acids. D. Tetraesters formed from glycerol and fatty acids. Correct answer is C. Triesters formed from glycerol and fatty acids. 38. Lipopolysaccharides are examples of A. Derived lipids. B. Simple lipids. C. Compound lipids. D. Not a type of lipids. Correct answer is C. Compound lipids. 39. Triglycerides are easily hydrolyzed by enzymes called A. Lyases. B. Ligases. C. Lipases. D. Hydrolases. Correct answer is C. Lipases. 40. Which one of the following is a steroid? A. Cholesterol. B. Glucose. C. Oil. D. Vitamin D. Correct answer is A. Cholesterol. 41. Which of the following has insulating effect on nervous system? A. Glucose. B. Carbohydrates. C. Proteins. D. Lipids. Correct answer is D. Lipids. 42. The most important food reserves of animals and plants. A. Fats. B. vitamins, C. proteins, D. carbohydrates. Correct answer is A. Fats. 43. Which of the following is not glycerides? A. Soaps. B. Phospholipid. C. Oil. D. Fat. Correct answer is A. Soaps. 44. Saponification is the hydrolysis of fat or A. Acid. B. Alkali. C. Enzyme and alkali. D. Enzyme and acid. Correct answer is B. Alkali. 45. Enzymes that catalyze the transfer of groups within molecule are called A. Isomerases. B. Lyases. C. Transferases. D. Ligases. Correct answer is A. Isomerases. 46. Enzyme used for the treatment of blood cancer in children is A. Cellulose. B. Urease. C. L. Asperginase. D. Lactic dehydrogenase. Correct answer is C. L. Asperginase. 47. Enzymes from the same organism which catalyze same reaction but are chemically and physically distinct from each other are called A. Oxidoreductases. B. Hydrolases. C. Isoenzymes. D. Isomerases. Correct answer is C. Isoenzymes. 48. Rate of enzymatic reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of A. Enzyme. B. Substrate. C. Enzyme and substrate. D. Enzyme and product. Correct answer is B. Substrate. 49. In pyrimidine, how many pi electrons are present? A. 3. B. 5. C. 4. D. 6. Correct answer is D. 6. 50. Purines and pyrimidines are A. Enzymes. B. Nitrogenous bases. C. Carbohydrates. D. Lipids. Correct answer is B. Nitrogenous bases. Hope you learned from this video. Click on top right corner of screen on iCard for playlist of Knowledge Spectra entry test series. Also like the video and subscribe the channel for more updates. Thank you.